Just reminded of and thinking about a few things while I'm still just relaxing on this snow day in my room. Um, Kind of just replaying some of when I had to spend that little time in that jail. And I mentioned before about I don't know her name, but a lady who like just just her tongue rose up in judgment because it's people like her that if you don't give them the answer that they want, or if you don't do what they want you to do, especially in front of people, their feelings get hurt and their feelings get hurt and they try to play hard or whatever, play hardball, when really that's not truly how they are. But their feelings get hurt in front of people, and I understand that because I don't like my feelings to get hurt in front of people, especially. But you know what I'm saying, and be embarrassed, feel embarrassed or whatever. And then some stuff is just you shouldn't even feel embarrassed by it. You should just be like, oh well, and go on. But some people can't, you know what I'm saying. So just thinking about this, she was, I guess, the nurse or whatever in the at either she was the nurse or she's the one who just takes the insurance or something. I don't know, takes the payments. And but when I was first detained, which I probably shouldn't have been detained either. That right there, I don't, I just still don't know. But I definitely shouldn't have been arrested and put in handcuffs and spending no time in nobody's jail cell. I know that one for a fact and what I believe is truth. But anyway, when I was first detained and I was in there for like 8 hours, whatever, well, during that time period, like a number of guards and cops and whoever staff came by and was asking, "What is your name? What is your name? Where are you from?" And this and it's just like, if y'all don't get the out of here, even while I'm in here at y'all's so-called establishment or whatever, if y'all don't get out of here. And it's funny, I could laugh, of course, now. I wasn't laughing on that day, but at the same time, I was trusting God during that time. I never stopped trusting God because I had already seen his power at work and just knew what he could do. Um, but she came in there, and I think it might have been some other females standing there too, and everybody just kept on, "What's your name? What's your name? What did this, that, and the third, whatever, whatever." And I wouldn't answer, and then my tongue language came in, and that's all I could do. I even looked at, oh yeah, I remember me looking at her with like disgust when she came in, and that was another thing, she just didn't like that part too. Well, not just, but yeah, that was another part that she didn't like or care for, and it's like, girl, you might as well get over yourself because it is what it is. And so, basically because I didn't bow and submit to her and others that was in there, and I'm just like, I don't know what y'all, like, y'all do not run me. Y'all don't, I don't know what kind of stuff y'all think y'all got going on. And it's some in there that felt like they run you, but they just, I mean, evidently just they might be clueless or you might have known, I would at least push it anyway and try it. So when I didn't answer her or whatever, then her tongue, like I said, rose up in judgment against me, and she was just like, "Let her ass stay in there." Then I'm like, "Wait, what? Wait, what?" But and again, of course, she ended up being one that I had to. I'm saying had, but one that I came in contact with before I was leaving out of there. Evidently, well, God just wanted me to come in contact with some of them people. You know what I'm saying? In a certain type of way. Um, before I left out there. Like, it's like you ain't supposed to be here, but while you're here, there's something that needs to be addressed and stuff like that, and shown and light shine. So that occurred or whatever. I ended up, like I said, having to make that contact with her. And I remember God just using a little rash on my arm just to make that contact with her. Because, what I'm saying, it's not about her and stuff like that, but it was the fact that, because I was still getting out of there or whatever, but before I was to get out of there and make that contact, and then I made the contact, and then I seen her when I was leaving out. She seen me leaving out or whatever. And and I don't know, man. It was just mm, mm. I don't know. It's on my mind. That's all I can say. Is I guess about people's tongues rising up in judgment against me, and saying little stuff, and then I guess even going back to my daughter's dad's mom, where it was definitely shown and revealed to me um, that she was saying she might as well stay in there because if they catch her again, they're gonna keep her, and it, it's just like, did you do the time that you supposed to do? Did you also you didn't put your it's not responsibility, but you put your mess on the younger generation, on your son to try to carry your torch and stuff like that. Did you finish your time? Did you complete your time? Whatever time that you was definitely supposed to do. But and then you trying to speak about somebody that was not supposed to do no type of time, and it was like, I guess, like you're better than me or whatever the case may be. I'd just be like, Lord have mercy. But it was that, and I'm glad I locked my door because yeah, it's just not the time right now. Go get a wipe or something somewhere else. Um, but anyways, yeah. So I just remember that like it was yesterday, and no sooner than that, she saw me walking free, but she had mentioned, I understand once I sat down basically on a more personal level with her. But it's just like my thought process is like, y'all need to stop with that, you know what I'm saying, with looking down on people. Look, I'm trying to tell you, I'm one that looks sideways. I ain't gonna front. But you just need to stop with that looking down on people and then acting on that. Like, I guess it's one thing if you do look down on somebody, you shouldn't. But then to what I'm saying, actually treat them like, oh, they're nothing. They ain't got nothing. I mean, and that's granted, you shouldn't have nothing really that you want because you don't need to covet nothing from nobody else. But basically, I guess it's all that person ain't benefiting me. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They're scum of the world or whatever. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. I just know that I've experienced it, and I just be like, y'all are beyond wild. And again, it's supposed to be about race and stuff, and it more often than not, it be the so-called skin folk that's supposed to be kinfolk that's looking down and mistreating their so-called own. So yeah, so she did all that, and and she was making sure that she let me know, oh yeah, when I was trying to ask you, such and such, what's your name and stuff like that, and where you from, you just looked at me. And I did, and I don't renege on it, and I stand on it. I'm not taking that back. I'm not apologizing for it because it happened for a reason. It was something like disgusting about her or whatever the case may be, and yeah, evidently God wasn't pleased. It wasn't even about me, honey. I just don't like people in general, but it definitely wasn't about me. But she was one of the ones that came, and that's how I responded to her. I didn't respond to everybody like that, but I really didn't respond to anybody with giving them this certain info that they claim they want and thinking I'm supposed to bow to them. Um, but yep, trusting God still just to handle that whole thing because of the reason why I'm up in there. because of a female and a male, which of course is their dad. He's the male portion of it. And like, I guess this female was carrying the spirit regarding his mom, and that's what I spoke of earlier. Like, I'm not about to be nobody's mama. Yeah, I might as well go ahead with that. I got my own kids. That I had sex and they got in my womb, and that's whose mama I'm trying to be. But I'm not trying to be y'all mama, so don't do that. Yeah, and a lot of these females need to stop trying to be the so-called matriarchs of society as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Just be who you are. Stop trying to be everybody's damn mama, or everybody need to look at you like mama, grandma, big mom. No, everybody's not gonna look at you like that. And then, are you even conducting and carrying yourself like that? More than likely not. But anyway, so I don't know why this crossed my mind. When I seen her on the way out, I forgot what I said to her, but I'm just like, girl, I'm up out of here. You was one who wanted to holler out, leave her in there. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if, that came back around to her life, or just the fact that, what I'm saying, gotta work there anyway, amongst some of that foolishness and foulness or whatever. And like I said, I didn't sense a lot of foulness there. Racism, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it didn't exist. I'm just saying I didn't. It evidently, if it did, that wasn't what I was there for. But and if it's racism, it's probably more amongst the staff members, like the ones the black people that work there, uh, as opposed to, of course, the inmates and stuff like that. But I don't know. Yeah. I just know that that's when God was opening my eyes to people's tongues rising up in judgment against me. And they have to answer for speaking ignorance regarding me and just speaking, oh, she's supposed to, leave her in there. And she ain't even supposed to be in there, but just leave her in there. It's like, wait, what? And that's how y'all would treat people? That's what y'all think of people? Oh, okay. Well, and I left that place, and I'm definitely not looking back or anything, but I was there, so I'm reminded of some things. And again, on this day, and it's not significant to me. I almost called it a significant day, but it's not significant to me at all, and by far. It is what it is, but just this day, there's certain stuff coming up regarding jail cells and that building and stuff like that. And I just say, Lord, have your way regarding a person that was born on this day and all that. So then the other thing I was thinking about was, again, the neighbor, when the food and stuff got mixed up and went to his house and stuff like that. Like, I got up a no trespassing sign. I really, he brought it over here, and people would think, oh, that was a nice gesture, but his insides was so nasty. Um, so that means I don't want you coming over here at all. You know, I'm a big girl, I like to eat, so it's like, I want my food. I heard it took my food, but I still like made it known to him, like, I don't want you over here. You're not supposed to be over here. Maybe I do need a man at the house, but I don't need you over here. None. He's very mischievous and worse. And I'm not even finna go off and run off about his character, but it's just a simple fact. Yeah, I do have a no trespassing sign, and it was intended for you and your so-called your own or whatever. Stay out from over here. And so, I kind of feel offended. I felt conflicted and like confused. Like, damn, I mean, but he bringing my food, but I ain't never forget. Nah, he's nasty. So, that's when I show forth as far as just quickly getting the food out of his hand and then hurry up and closing my door. And then, of course, I seen him staring all at my front camera and everything. Just like, almost like you trying to scope it out over here, but you better take your ass on somewhere and mind your damn business. Um, and so, yeah, with that, I'm thinking on that, and I just feel a type of way even still, like, had the one that was here remained, remained. And I just wrote something down about him. Oh, well, I put it on the last video in the description part about him. He had an opportunity when our first son was born to, he had some opportunities, to be honest, to pay me, to pay me legitly, really, and not rob Peter, and to pay Paul and all that stuff. But he had the opportunity to pay a larger amount in child support, and which I don't like to talk about all that or whatever. But I didn't initially put him on child support. And he asked about it first. That's like one of the first things after I got pregnant. You do this, that, and the third. And I said, well, I give the benefit of the doubt. I gave the benefit of the doubt. He didn't meet those like requirements, and so I was like, I don't really have a choice. You didn't leave me with no choice, and I don't understand why, but okay. So then when I took the action to do that, he said I did it quick too, but I did it because I'm gauging you during the pregnancy as well. If during the pregnancy you showing your ass and you showing like you're not gonna be there, or you know what I'm saying, help out, then why would I waste any time? You must be out your damn mind. And so he was sitting there trying to convince me, oh, you shouldn't have did this, that, and the third. Gave me like $70, which is still, I appreciated it. Gave me $70 and some change and stuff like that. After I had the baby. Um, but even then, yeah, you're on child support. It is what it is. And so he was trying to so-called convince me that I shouldn't have did it. And even a couple years ago, he was still saying the same thing. And I'm just like, boy, bye. Because and I just learned, he's the type that he'll give something, but then he be trying to take it back in some kind of way. And he's told me that. So basically, you're not giving anything. I mean, in which I guess you saying it's balancing out. I understand his concept, but you got kids over here. It's just no way possible that I don't feel like you're relieved of any type of um, so-called responsibility regarding being their dad and contributing to them. You're not here contributing to the household. So, yeah, so child support went on. Then I ended up taking him off probably in like, yeah, it had to been by 2013. Our son was born in 2012. I took him off again by 2013. And then he was still contributing, but it definitely wasn't much. It definitely, I can honestly say, I needed more. But the first opportunity he had was to give more. Baby, he showed up and tried to trick me in the process too. Of, oh, you gotta go to work in the morning or whatever, because he was trying to see whether I was going to court or whatever. I was talking to and communicating with him and letting him know what was going on. He felt like he did not want to make that kind of sacrifice. So I'm like, oh wow. So then he had another opportunity, or maybe this opportunity came before. Had another opportunity, and he had gotten into an accident, and you know, he was getting a nice little amount of money back. And um, I, I'm, you would think he had people to pay off. He didn't. He just wanted to trick on so-called relatives and stuff like that. Trick on them, show him that he could do this. But this was based off of your debt, your money that you was almost about to die from. It's no way. Ain't nobody eating off of that but me and my children, my household. And he tricked on everybody. He left me and the kids in town. I don't know what all he went out of town to do, but he left us here when I could have freely went with him. He didn't invite, but I wasn't feeling good. Now I will say that, because he left me sick as well, sick, and pretty much was wanted me to die. But if I look back on it, but but yeah. So that's that. And like I said, I'm not dwelling on this stuff, but I ain't forgot. And that's just what it is. Like, nobody can make me or cause me to forget. They want me to forget certain stuff, but y'all can't make me forget. Especially when I'm doing certain journals and stuff, audio journals, and then all the stuff that I got written down, y'all. It is what it is. If I wrote it and I wrote it or I spoke it right then when it was occurring and it's still fresh, yeah, it wasn't meant for me to forget about it. So, so that's where we at with that or whatever. But he had that opportunity, and let me see, did he have? I'm trying to think. Did he have an outright another? He had a couple of opportunities, period, to show forth and do something better. And he opted not. And hey, I like decision makers. That's the decision you made, and of course you need to live with that or whatever. And this is what I mean. Like I don't even want my children's fathers coming up. I don't even want them being referenced to me. Like my daughter is with her dad, but and he ain't at this moment being referenced except for he's the one that was born on this day. But I don't. When you do somebody dirty, when you do me dirty, I don't want to come back around you. That's how I am at this point in time in my life. It used to be up. Okay, they probably did let people slide, but I would address stuff. That's just me. And whether if you can handle if I address it, then I'll still deal with you. But um, some stuff I didn't address that I probably should have, and I just left it where it was at. But yeah, so that's what I'm on today. That's what I'm thinking about in this moment or whatever. People's tongues that rose up in judgment against me. Even the boys' so-called great aunt and stuff. Just like, well, her tongue rose up in judgment against my kids. But of course, it was to hurt me or to upset me. um, I'm just like these people weird. These people are weird. I didn't know how weird people was, but I'm learning. Um, mm, 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 mm. What else was it? I'm just like I said, I don't want him to ever think he getting comfortable coming over here knocking on my door or anything. Honestly, I like the appearance of, oh, he's going over there to take her food or this, that, and the third, or take something to her house. But for other people that's watching, but I don't. I'd rather them. I ain't saying I want them to see us arguing and stuff like that, and him and them calling the police. But I'd rather him stay over there. Don't bring your ass over here. I'm telling him as the woman and the lady at his house, like, don't bring your ass over here, because you done showed your true colors. Thank you, appreciate it. It took a good 9, 10 years or whatever for you to show it. See, that lets me know people know how to hide that stuff real good, honey. Wait a minute, let me see something. Oh, didn't work. Yeah, people know how to hide their bull crap real good, which I wasn't even checking for them no way like that. Like they was checking for me more so. But yeah, people know how to hide their bull crap real good, and then you finally get to see, honey. And I'm one of them types that's like, I'll let you know. Oh, I got some with me, and you know what I'm saying. You can figure it out along the way or whatever. But I'm gonna not upfront tell you or whatever. But at least I'll let you know I got some. Other people like to act like they don't got nothing with them, and again, you just a bad seed and look down on you and stuff like that. And then when they stuff come rearing rearing its ugly head, but yep, you can go knock on their doors and stuff like that and ask them or share information with them or whatever he's trying to do, but don't come knocking. Don't. Mm-mm. I closed that door. I took my stuff and I closed that door real quick. No thank you, no nothing, cause nah. And no, you ain't finna think it's sweet. I try not to be disrespectful to people, but so I didn't have to disrespect him. I don't care if his feelings felt anything and felt hurt because she just took the food and she closed the door in my face and wasn't no thank you, no. I don't owe you a damn thing, baby. I mean, you owe it to yourself to do the right thing, which you know what I'm saying, at least with your conscience, if that's your conscience, bring her food, especially she got kids over there and stuff like that. But I don't owe you I don't owe you nothing. Don't get it twisted. And again, Thank you for showing your true colors. It takes some people a long time, but they show them. And like I said, thank you. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. So that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm thinking and all that, whatever. Um, and then again, thinking about the fact that the girl pressed pressed charges. I know that year I was saying y'all need to focus on not catching charges and y'all big age, y'all grown, good and grown. I still stand on it. Like, I mean, I didn't, and that's the thing. I was speaking on something and I didn't know exactly what happened, but I did say, focus on not catching charges. And I didn't catch charges. Somebody just put false charges on me, no sooner than I spoke about it or whatever. But that is God letting me know, what I'm saying? You still need to watch your mouth about people's situation. You don't know what's going on. Just be careful. Um, I wasn't rising up in judgment because that's just what it was. It was charges on somebody's record. I seen charges, coming against them or whatever. And I just believe, I was like, oh, they're going to stick. Now, I did say that. I was like, oh, they going to stick, baby. No, did I say that? Well, I don't know when I said it, but I said it. And I was talking to him and telling him or whatever. But in all actuality, to me, as much as I didn't want this dude to go to jail because, you know what I'm saying? Well, of course, because he's making contribution and stuff. He's good enough for a contribution to the household where his children live. Some contribution, should I say? Uh, that was definitely one reason, but also I felt like, damn, he the type that he will not make it in there. And it's not even that he's not supposed to be in there, but I just don't think he would make it. And I guess I was giving him too much credit or whatever, or just, giving him too much of my heart. Like, damn, I do not want to see him go out like that. But meanwhile, he didn't mind seeing me go out like that at all. And so, yeah, that's where the issue lies. And I don't know who in that so-called household or wherever he may be or whatever, that so-called dealing or whatever it was or is or whatever. I don't know who. Like they be saying, I don't know who needs to hear this, but but yeah, somebody in there, if not both, probably need to do some hard time. I said probably. I ain't saying they, God knows. They probably need to do some hard time and actually be able to sit down and see where they had people up. Definitely where you had me messed up, but but yeah, that's just what it is for right now. I don't know. I gotta put this back on the charger because I know he's gonna come in here soon and want to play his game because this is their on day for their game, their Roblox game and stuff. So we gonna see. But I'm gone. That's all I want to speak on.